Hi there, Frank Tate here again, and today I have a video on using IDI to convert ISIM Audit XML data to HTML. I've got a separate video that I'll provide, I have a link to in the description about using XSLT for this purpose, but using IDI to me is a little bit better because you can grab data for an entire reconciliation and show it in a single HTML web page. And that's what I want to go through today, the assembly line I created to do this. And I've got a link to my GitHub repo with this assembly line in it, so you can use it and modify it however you like. But I first want to go over the problem, which is in ISIM, what you have when you run a reconciliation is you will see multiple of these user data change entries, hundreds of them possibly, depending on how large your reconciliation is. And to find data for any particular user, you have to click on each one and you'll see requested for, and you'll see the name. But then to find what's been changed, you need to separately click on this entity, little triangle, and then scroll down and look to see what attributes have actually been changed, added, or removed. And this is just a really long process if you have hundreds of entities in your reconciliations. It's just painful. So what I wanted to do is come up with an HTML file that shows all this data easily. So here it shows, I show it highlighting any attributes added in green, and what I have is 3 columns. The formatting you can change in the assembly line, just modifying some CSS. I just wanted to get this video out. We have 3 columns: the attribute name, the original value, and the requested value. And added attributes are highlighted in green. Modified attributes are in yellow. If we go over to the right, we can see the new different values over in yellow or in the 3rd column. And any deleted attributes in red. That's what we have here. So deleted attributes, nothing in the 3rd column because it was deleted. All we have is the original value. Additionally, the HTML that this outputs lets you search. So it'll print out a list here of all of the IDs that have been reconciled. And you can type in, start typing in characters, and it will filter out based on the letters you type in. I only have one user in here right now. So he stays in there. If I type his name, if I type any other name, it excludes that user. So it can help you find the user you're interested in. And it's also got, as part of it, the timestamp of the reconciliation, which is extremely important. So that's included next to the username. So you can just click on that, and then it'll show that the reconciliation data for that user over here in the main body of the HTML. And I'll refresh this guy just so you can see there's nothing in the main body of the HTML until you click on a particular entry, which is user ID and timestamp. Now, the big thing here in the assembly line really is just parsing the XML. And I got this information from Franz Wolfhagen at IBM on the community forums, where I found that he was able to directly use the XML parser instead of having to use a connector with a parser. So that's what I've got in this extract XML script portion. It's a direct call to the XML parser, the IBM XML parser, which takes the data, either the sample data that I've included here, or if you re-enable the get audit data connector in the while loop and set up all of its parameters correctly, This will parse an XML string or an XML file stored as a string into a JavaScript object, which you can then just loop through as you would any JavaScript object. And that's what this code does. But being able to use the parser without having to pull data from a file made life really easy. And so that's what this guy does. Finishes up the XML and writes it out to a file. No big deal. The real big thing is being able to call the XML parser from script to parse an XML string directly. So I just wanted to go through this because I'm pretty proud of it. When there are a lot of entries, it really makes life easy. Just being able to click through this, and you can mess with the formatting here so that only the main body of the HTML is paginated or scrolls, all that sort of stuff. I'll leave that as an exercise for the reader. I just wanted to post this and share it with the community so people can hopefully get some use out of it. But if you like this, please give a thumbs up on the channel, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. And hopefully you'll come back later for some more videos. Thanks a whole lot.